SUBMAT came about because observing many joint logistics over the shores or amphibious operations at beaches for decades have seen that a lot of times vehicles tend to get stuck in the loose, soft sand near where the water meets the beach. And also the tide changes. So sometimes, at higher tides, the water's higher on the beach, and at lower tides, the water's lower down. And there aren't any commercial solutions of matting systems or ways to stabilize that region along the beach where the water sometimes is there and sometimes not. So if you put something down and the water comes up, it starts to float or becomes unstable. And so it has to be removed or maintained. And then as the water recedes, then you have to go back and add something to cover the beach. So because of that, we decided we could develop some sort of system that would armor or stabilize the beach from that high tide to low tide mark, creating a solution so that as vehicles are discharging from a vessel to the beach, there's a stable surface to drive over. So that was the initial idea, is can we do that? Interestingly, a lot of the initial ideas that we had, we realized quickly just would not work, and we had to innovate and come up with something that had never been done before. So we had an initial early on brainstorming meeting, and somebody mentioned the Corps of Engineers had done a lot of work with geotubes for dewatering dredge materials so they could be disposed of properly. And it got us thinking, so I wonder if anybody's ever built a road system by confining sand essentially in a geotextile bag to create a stable surface for driving over. And then secondly, would it even sustain the loads applied by main battle tanks or other military vehicles? So we started looking into that and quickly found that nobody had done that before. We were actually surprised because we thought, well, this is a pretty low-tech solution. We asked a few other researchers across ERDC that had experience from previous research projects using those types of materials, and the first reactions were, well, it probably won't work. Probably very difficult to put sand inside of a structure that big, and secondly, it may not be durable enough. We said, well, let's try it. So that was really the beginning of our development of SUBMAT, was to try an idea that we came up with on a whiteboard during a brainstorming session. So immediately we reached out to ERDC Works to say, how can we get this idea that we have out to industry and see if anybody's interested in helping us turn it into a prototype and try it.
U.S. Army ERDC has entered into a partnership intermediary to create ERDC Works. We are a close partner and really focus on the outreach on behalf of ERDC to innovators throughout industry and academia. In the case of the SUBMAT project, the early days were just a general description of the kinds of innovative capabilities that ERDC was looking for, and the support that we brought to the table was to help lift up not only the credibility, but the recognition of ERDC's contribution to important military solutions for our warfighter, and also for the opportunities that ERDC creates for innovators across our country to engage with the researchers to jumpstart and advance research that really addresses critical needs for the country. We have that ability to help ERDC save time, accelerate the progress of their projects, quickly engage and compel innovators to see the opportunity and to know that it's an easy 2 or 3 page white paper to get the process started and to express their interest in being part of a project.
And so after we reached out to ERDC Works, put out a request for white papers, we got an interest back from actually a construction company that does a lot of work with the Corps of Engineers along the levee systems down in South Louisiana. And their interest level was, hey, we have a lot of experience with these materials. We build them on large commercial construction projects, levee stability, and we also think we understand how to join those materials to create something like you're looking for. So that was really where we met the construction company, Shavers Whittle, right away, and Mr. Chris Rayer with that company said, hey, I'm willing to take a gamble and see what we can come up with.
So it's been really, really a good relationship. I don't see how you'd get this type of project done unless you had a good relationship with the individuals on the team. And that goes all the way to contracting, as well as the researchers It's every single aspect of it plays a role almost monthly, if not daily.
Once we were able to award a contract through our other transactional authority, which is for rapid prototype development. It's a great authority that ERDC has to be able to quickly go from a concept to a prototype. May not be successful in this case. The end of the story is yes, it was. We developed some prototypes. We created a simulated beach at our campus here in Vicksburg and brought different prototypes and started working on trying to figure out how we would fill those with sand. We knew we needed to pump a slurry of water and sand. The water would go out of the geotextile. The sand would stay in, but we really weren't sure how to accomplish that. And we failed pretty miserably 2 or 3 times before we figured out something that worked. But we were able to fill some bags with sand and then drive over those with real military vehicles to see, number 1, can we fill it? Number 2, can we drive on it? And if we drive on it, will it fall apart? What's going to happen? And we found that it didn't destroy it.
So it varies. The system itself, you have to actually have an installation with operational environment to understand whether it's working, but then the components of it, you see a faster pace in development, and you follow a schedule with milestones, and you try and meet those milestones, and at the end of them, you end up with a product like this.
The bags held perfectly fine. As the tracks went back and forth, it literally just made, I'll call it a rut on top of the bag, but didn't tear it up. So we said, oh wow, we actually might be onto something. And so then the final step was, can you actually deploy this bag full of sand at a real beach with real water and real waves and have it remain stable?